What is up, everybody? Life's Apprentice. It is Tuesday after Labor Day. We are starting a roof, but we have to be really careful today because the next couple days is going to rain. So we're waiting on materials, but what's different with this one is we're doing the entire Atlas system. So we're going to be using Pinnacle, Pristine, and all of their underlayment, synthetic felt, basically the entire system, other than ridge vent. We're going to be using the OC ridge vent, but we got this guy here, easy peasy. It's like 39 square, just shy of 40 square. So we're going to be ripping today, and we got a bunch of rain coming, and tomorrow looks like it might rain all day, so here we go. Oh, the life of a roofer. Terrible. Sucks sometimes. We got like 2 or 3 square off. It started to rain, and it's going to continue raining for the rest of the day. We got a delivery coming, but it's supposed to be here late morning. It's like 10 o'clock. We had to go to the dump and Menards and some shit this morning, do a couple estimates. I was basically just trying to kill time before our delivery, and looks like we're going to be rained out for the rest of the day. Oh, our shingles are here. It's raining. We got to get 40 square up here, and then we're going to call it a day. Alright, well, we are back. It is freaking Thursday now. Monday was a holiday. Tuesday we were here. We got about 4 square off the roof. Got our shingles set. And that was the end of the day. We got rained out, and then yesterday it rained all day. So it's Thursday, and we got 40 square to get off and on. Fun. So today we're going to be doing Atlas, Pinnacle, Pristine, with Scotchgard, Coastal Granite. This is a new color that I've actually never put on in the Atlas line. They're a little wet, but you can kind of see. And then we're using the Summit underlayment, 2 rows of ice and water. One thing I've noticed is it's like 45 degrees right now, and this stuff sticks, and it's cloudy. And these rolls are heavier than what we normally use. Other than that, I don't really notice a difference. And then we're using the Summit 60 synthetic felt, which I've used in the past. And honestly, I don't think it's any better or worse than what we normally use, which is the FT Silver. It's what we normally use. So we're going to get the shingling here. It's Thursday, like I said, and we got a lot of roof to do. It's easy, but we got a lot of it. Well, we're moving right along. It's been raining for 2 days straight, and there's a 20% chance of rain this morning, and it's fucking raining. But I don't know, do you guys run roofs like this when it have a chance of rain? We do this quite often when we have a straight run. That way we can quick cover everything up if we do get caught. And we got a big tarp over there, but I'm using this Summit 60 felt, which I used to use it when the synthetic first came out. They had Summit 60, it was a black color. But one thing I'm not liking about it is I use my tar paper to, I rarely snap lines to keep my shingles straight, especially on a long run like this. And one thing I'm noticing is like none of the shingles line up with any of the lines anywhere. So I don't know if it's just me or what, but I feel like the FT Silver has more lines on it. And if I was Atlas, I don't think it'd be that hard, but just put some more lines. You know, here and here and here. Put some more lines or writing or something so you have a little bit more to go off, because this really isn't much to go off. I mean, you can, and you got writing up here, you got writing in the middle, but there's not enough lines, in my opinion. Day 2, but I know any of you guys in the Midwest here, it is cold. In the mornings, it's been in the low, mid 40s. We're starting to get dew and stuff like that, and I have a feeling before too long it's going to be frost. But we got this side done. I was talking yesterday about how I didn't really like the paper just because it didn't have enough lines on it. But I guess that's really my only complaint with the paper. I wish it had some more, but you can see down the way, that's about a 100-foot run, and it is nice and straight. So, I mean, I've been shingling a long time, so it's not a surprise or anything like that, but I know a lot of people snap lines. I do sometimes. I don't really like to. I think you're better off just getting used to not snapping lines. But it also, I shingled this whole side by myself. If there were two of us shingling on a big run like this, we would have ended up with some wobbles and stuff in there. So usually if we have two people shingle, I would have somebody do, the bottom 10 or 15 rows, and then I would take the top 10 or 15 rows or whatever it ends up being, just so you guys aren't working on the same rows, because everybody holds their reveal just a little bit different. I generally hold mine tight or 1/8 of an inch up. This one's a little high. This is about how I normally hold them, basically tight. But we're gonna get to this other side today. We still got another 20 square plus ridge vent and cleanup and final cleanup. We are almost done with this roof, and I will show you what it looks like when we're all done. I wanted to take a minute to explain why Atlas is becoming one of my favorite shingles. I know every roofer is pretty partial to their favorite kind of shingle, and I'm guilty of that too. In general, I've been using Atlas pretty steady for the last 2 or 3 years, and I really liked them. They've come a long way from when they first came out, but we're using Pinnacle Pristine, which is their highest grade, and the price per square is basically the same as Owens Corning or Certainteed or GAF, but the difference and the things I like about the Atlas brand is they have Scotch Guard on them now, which is going to prevent your lichen and moss and mildew kind of growth, and it seems to help. Now, I haven't installed them long enough to be sure of that, but it seems like a good idea, and I think other shingle companies should do it just to prevent the staining and stuff like that. But the other thing that I really like is, and actually I've never thought about this when I've done my 1 square challenges, but there's less shingles per square with the Atlas brand. So I believe there's 20 per bundle. So, I mean, less shingles per square, less nails, and, ultimately you're going to go faster. The other thing they've done is they have the double seal technology. So they have 2 rows of tar, which I think over time is going to help with these, because if you guys have seen the old, a worn out, basically, architectural shingle, the first thing usually to go is the tar. The tar basically wears out, it gets past its life, and you lose your wind resistance. The other thing that I really like is the common bond, and I believe Atlas is the first one to do this. Now, I know that Owens Corning has an increased common bond and nailing zone, and I know from watching World's Fastest Shingler, Zach, that GAF has now done it as well. Atlas has been doing it for, as far as I know, like 3 or 4 years. But here's your reveal line right here. You have 1.5 inch common bond. So I think that's a huge upgrade, and it just increases your nailing zone, and it's going to help with the wind resistance. Now, I have dealt with warranties with Atlas one time, and it was on a mansard style roof, and it was installed about 10 years ago, and on the mansard side, basically the shingles delaminated, and they weren't installed properly either. So the nails weren't in the common bond, and there was no tar or anything like that, but the shingles started delaminating, and Atlas, they held up their end of the bargain. They paid for a whole new roof. Now, we didn't install the roof, but we reinstalled Atlas shingles onto that roof, and that was probably 7 or 8 years ago now, and they've had no issues since. Now, granted, when we did it, we took the extra time, made sure that our nails were proper and everything like that, because any shingle on a mansard style, if it's not nailed properly or done properly, you will get some delamination. But overall, I've been really happy with the Atlas, and I still use Owens Corning, but I think the Atlas honestly is a close, I don't know, maybe second place, first place, I don't know. But I also like that Atlas has, they have 3 different lines. They have tons of different colors to choose from. I mean, over the course of the year, in general, they are a little bit cheaper than Durations. And I wouldn't use Oak Ridge anymore since Durations came out. But they are a little bit cheaper, and I think they're going to hold up just as well. So I don't know, leave a comment. I know I was Mr. Legit. If you haven't checked out his channel, go check out Mr. Legit. Exteriors is his company name, but Mr. Legit Roofing on YouTube. He's got a good roofing channel too, and he's just starting out. But he's never even heard of Atlas. Now he's in Oregon, and he's never even heard of Atlas. So leave a comment. Do you guys have Atlas in your area? Have you ever used them? And what do you think about them? And I guess if anyone from Atlas is watching and you want to sponsor the channel, that would be freaking sweet. Oh, here she is. I love this color. This is the color we've never installed before, but got gray boots. I still got to come back and do this chimney flashing. It's watertight, but we're going to make a gray flashing and cut it in. This chimney was just tuck pointed, so I'm kind of afraid to take the old chimney flashing off because it was just tuck pointed like last week, and I don't want to mess up any of that grout or mortar. So I decided not to take it off, and I'm going to make a new one since this one is rusty and crappy, and then I'm going to cut it in over the top of this. So I don't know, leave a comment. What would you do? Would you be scared to take that off? I know I am. There's really nothing wrong with it other than it just looks bad. But there you can see, nice and straight. I'll take you up to the other side. I love the Atlas, man. I'm just sound like a broken record, but I really like it. It's a good quality product, reasonably priced, and I mean, homeowners are actually asking me what I install or what I prefer, and 9 times out of 10 they either want Atlas or OC in my area. We've had really bad luck around here with Certainteeds. I know nothing against Certainteeds, but in our area they just have been terrible. Even some of the first architecturals that came out, and even some of the new ones, I just think they're a little behind the times with their product. But it's I guess it's all in the eye of the beholder. I mean, I don't know, we don't install Certainteeds very often, but OC and Atlas seem to be the best. So here you can see, this is about 100 foot all the way across, so you can see a little wave in it. But ultimately, I mean, that is like a laser, man. It is beautiful. So hopefully you guys like this video. Not sponsored by Atlas or anything like that. Just putting my opinion out there, and I don't know, I recommend if you guys are on the fence about them, try them. I think you're gonna like them. So if you like this video, you know what to do. Hit the thumbs up, notification bell, subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.